Playoff football has come to Northeast Ohio at Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Ready, so an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. Looking to throw. Fernandez. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Come on, come on. Hey, tap the 60, tap the 60. Big Lions.
Operating from the gun, Fernandez. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Fernandez. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
We said it before the game, but I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Dragon 60.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Deputy Lions. Here we go. 60 by 19 Lions. Ready.
Off the play fake. Fernandez. And some room to work. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash. Press on 80. Ready, ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 23-yard run. And the Browns will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Dragon 60. Go. Curve 19. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Fernandez. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Warriors 70.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Second and 10.
Mustang 19. County Lions. Rig alert, rig alert.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
not
and
have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Second and 4. He finds his man, complete. It's Graves. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. And now they'll shift things around. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now back to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First down, Jets.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Now the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, come on. Let's go.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Loose inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards on the ground. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
Here we go. 18, pioneer. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Hurt, hurt. Drop 50. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Fernandez. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
That's good for the Jets. First down. At the 24-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll set up a throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will knot us up at 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
23 yards the pickup there.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leap the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Get up, check smash, Cougar 19. Go.
Now Williams running left. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Second and 16.
Buffalo 18. Tag. Warriors, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, right?
Operating from the gun, Fernandez. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevenson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Graves. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Graves. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That way in, touchdown, New York. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
The kicker on for the point after.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
19 light.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him long. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Jets.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wow, that is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Back to throw here. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during the...
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Williams will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So remember now, this was all set up by the staff defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, funny how it looks like that. That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving. They're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
The way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Come on. Set.
Off play action. Fernandez. That's into the hands of Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Street. 70 Lions. Check. Panther. No. Roll. Omaha.
They give it to Williams, running right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the Jets' 17-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Let's go now. Crack all 80.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Go.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Get it. Cowboy 80. Hawk 70. Ready.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Javonte Williams saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. As his guys are able to extend their lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Graves. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Looking to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
34. Jets, 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Come 19. Let's go now. 19 Lions. Rig alert. Rig alert. Panther 11. Panther 11. 79 Broncos.
Operating from the gun, Fernandez. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Panthers, 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Fernandez. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out. I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties.
Sometimes you even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job is pretty easy here.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Okay, break.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Fernandez. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
He finds his man, complete. That's Stevenson. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Come on, come on. Hey. Like it, 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Fernandez.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Javonte Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, ready.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's first and goal.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Parker, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here's first and 10.
18, Pioneer. Back up, cut it. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Fernandez. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. First and 10.
Come on, come on. Gravity lying. Street. Ready.
Back to throw. Fernandez. He's going to air one out.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
19 Lions, 70 Timberwolves. 19. Cut 19. 19 tight. 19. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st down.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Now a run here off the RPO.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. A 3 and out could really hurt here in this opening drive of overtime. Big third down coming. Now a first throw here in overtime. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they said, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Brings up second and 5.
Get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. And this is a touchdown. Now it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to 4 teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
Come on, Dragon 60.
They go play action here on first down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So CD in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question, and I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it, and they've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. first catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. But we know they need a touchdown here to keep their season going. And on that play, wasting no time to try to push that ball downfield, partner.
Yeah, and even though the season's hanging in the balance on this drive, I don't know what you see, but I don't see any fear in the eyes of this offense. They're dialing up big plays, risky throws. They'll do whatever it takes to match touchdown for touchdown. And in this moment, they need to play the best they have all season, and they certainly appear to be ready to rise to the occasion.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown, and now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision if they do reach the end zone. Kick the extra point, take the tie, and send this game to sudden death. Or go for two and let it come down to one last two-point try.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for two, maybe even three more plays?
Here we go, Scott. Read up, Viking 18. Go street. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 2-yard touchdown run. No CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
70 Timberwolves. Riggs. Rig alert.
Let's go, right
Street.
here.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. Charles, what a ball game we were treated to. And in the postseason, no less, with all the drama, this may be the best finish you and I have seen in quite some time.